Let's go.
Hey hey,
Amici, ragazzi, buonasera, ragazzi,
hey hey,
ragazzini.
hey hey.
Hello.
E allora, third episode. Ready for the third episode?
Yes, we
No,
are.
No, me
no.
neither. Yeah, only Sebastiano is ready.
Also ready.
But you know that Sebastiano changed dramatically his physiognomy, his morphology.
Yeah,
Now he's
exactly.
taller of about 20 centimeter. I don't know what he did.
Leg extension.
Yeah, more handsome, more handsome,
Much more, much more.
much more,
Much.
and very very strong, very muscled. A lot of muscles. Yeah,
So benign or malignant transformation?
benign, benign, benign,
Benign,
very
benign.
benign.
Benign, exactly.
Constantine's nice t-shirt. Did you love Dermoscopy, really?
Well, kind of, sorta.
Kind of.
Do you love ideas?
Kind of. Eh?
Ah, che bello, che bello. So, welcome to.
Poland, Armenia, Germany, Romania, Riga, Latvia, Olbia, Turkey, Tunisia, Sweden, UK, Romania, Reggio Emilia, Mexico City, Slovakia, Argentina, Nigeria, Honduras, Austria, London, Argentina, London, Lebanon, Sydney, hello, France, Cappadocia, where Nisa has promised to bring us one day, but she didn't do it until now.
You never did that.
Chicago, Ankara,
Aha.
Madrid, Azerbaijan, Serbia, Morocco, New Zealand, North Macedonia, Turkey, again, Tunisia, Liverpool, should I stop? Kosovo,
Mamma
Saudi
mia.
Arabia, Venezia, Ukraine, Greece.
Mamma mia, New Zealand. You said New Zealand.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So good evening, planet
Wonderful.
Earth. Eh?
Wonderful. Good evening, our friends. So today we have another guest to speak about what? To speak about where to cut. Eh? So the question of the week will be the following. Sebastiano, Sebastiano, Sebastiano,
Sebastiano.
Sebastiano, Sebastiano, le
Stop
question
doing
of the week.
push-ups. Stop doing push-ups and play the question of the week.
Sebastiano, where is the question of the week, by the way? I said that you are the most ready guy in this planet. Hey, we are. Okay, do you
There we
trust
go.
dermoscopy to decide the surgical margins? We say yes, yes, but sometimes it's also following, yeah, very close.
I
Yeah.
do.
You
Where
do.
I do.
You do.
you trust?
I do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but you're biased. You're biased.
Yeah.
With,
Me too.
with
Me too.
one
By the way.
exception.
Yeah. Okay. With one exception, Lentigo maligna. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see the answers.
Exactly.
Answers.
Wonderful. So
Welcome.
yes is the winner, followed by sometimes and no for 15 only people who are more conservative. But we will convince them that sometimes, yeah, it's possible. But who is the guest this time, Emilio?
The guest this time is gonna remain, a secret.
It's not secret at all, by the way. It's not secret at all.
I told him to remain secret, and he
Eh,
decided to put his name on the.
Nah, but this is Sebastiano. We don't have to put his name on on the screen, you know. So it should be a surprise for the next time. We have to organize that we put a question mark on the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. So the guest for today comes from far away,
Yes,
not
yes.
from another planet, but from another continent.
Uh,
Oh,
Cristiano is Cristiano Navarrete, not Cristiano Ronaldo,
But
but
he's the
yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo of Dermoscopy.
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Who is, by the way, enjoying the summertime? Yeah.
Yes, look at this. Look at this.
How are you guys? How are you?
Hi, good to
Cristiano!
see
Very well.
you.
Oh,
How's it
We
going?
miss
Yes, it's
you,
summer here. It's
Christian.
32 Celsius now.
Oh, wow.
32.
Oh,
Wow, 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 wow.
you're suffering.
Incredibile.
You're suffering, I guess.
No, I mean, finally, winter is over. And today is the official start of the summer and your official winter, right?
And
Yes.
what's
21st.
yeah.
what's better to
The
do than
longest night.
what
Longest night, longest day for me, right?
longest
Yes.
day for you? Yeah. What's better to do in the longest day on a Sunday, midday, which should be your time now, than there must be happy hour.
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, nothing.
Did you
Of
have any
course.
plans? Of course not.
No, what plans? Learn Dermoscopy, read Dermoscopy books, read papers, right? The classic Sunday stuff, right?
That's what you usually do on Sundays.
And maybe learn about surgical margins, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes, yes,
But
yes,
before this, Christian,
yes.
before this, I didn't tell you. I mean, that's a surprise, possibly not a good surprise for you. That before speaking about surgical margins, you will have to answer
Yes.
some questions that we're going to ask you.
Some personal questions.
Oh no, okay, okay.
Philosophical questions also. Eh?
So wait. After these questions, are we gonna remain friends?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes. No,
Okay, okay.
philosophical questions like I start today and I ask you, Christian, what is your mission in life?
Oof. Come on, you didn't prepare me for this.
Eh?
That's the secret. That's
Eh?
the secret.
Ah. So my mission in life, my friends, is to try to be a good human being. That's
Bravo, bravo,
Wow.
bravo, bravo, bravo. So
Interesting.
define good human being. Define you good human being. So because I mean there are many definitions, right?
yeah, no. I mean, I try to listen to people, to do the best I can. We all have, talents and stuff, and we need to try to make the most of what we have, help other people. I mean, try to be a good person in the most classic, ethical, philosophical way of being a good human being, right?
The Catholic person in you is speaking.
Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about religions. I would say, right? I would say about like, I mean, every religion has the same goal, right? To try to reach enlightenment or God or whatever you want to call that superior thing, right?
You
Yeah,
could
but this
break
is
that.
a very humanitarian mission, which is let's say possible for religious people, also for non-religious people. It's it's yeah, a
Like
very
a Kant.
general.
It's like
Yes,
a Kant way of thinking, right?
yes,
Kantian.
because I
It's a
mean,
Kantian philosophy.
being like this, it means that the humanity will improve, and this is
Correct.
the mission everybody should have. Yeah, improvement of human
Yes.
beings. Yeah,
You see what a nice answer you gave by being unprepared.
yes,
While
Yes,
if
yeah,
you
exactly.
were
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
prepared,
That's
yeah,
good. You're right. You're right.
if you were
No
prepared,
ChatGPT, by the way,
yeah,
huh? No ChatGPT.
if you were prepared, you would give a much more, much more rational, logical, long answer, yeah, which would be, politically correct, but not so, huh?
yeah.
Not so
Well,
impactful.
it was anyhow politically correct because he didn't say my mission in life is to do the robbery, bank robberies. You know,
To make money no
to
matter
make
what.
to steal money from the banks or from the people.
If you're Peter Pan, could be good, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Robin
yeah.
Hood, right?
Exactly,
Who
exactly.
goes next? Nizad, do you have a question for Christian?
Okay. Actually, we know a lot about you, Christian. You are a good man. You are a very good dermatoscopist, a good surgeon. So we all admire you. But in your daily life, you are very supportive. And I just wonder, have you ever finished a marathon?
No, I have never. You know, I run, and I have run max half marathon, 21 kilometers.
Mhm.
So I hope. I mean, and to be honest with you, it's not in my short-term plans to run a marathon. I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing now because I think I'm trying to be and remain active and fit. But maybe in the future I might train for a marathon, but it's not in my short-term plans.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Konstantinos?
Emiles, you go first because go first and then I'll go.
Okay. My question is well, first quick question. Which is your favorite place for vacation?
Oh, oof. You know what? Again,
Christian,
I'm gonna give a very politically correct answer because it's real, huh? The reason why I don't always go to the same place is because I wanna go to new places. So this is why I don't have a house on the beach or whatever, because I would be stuck there, which is a nice thing. But I like to go to different places. So I think
Okay.
I don't have a favorite place for vacation. But if you ask me, I would say so far it's in
yes,
Asia. I think it's in Asia my favorite places. Like
really,
maybe, yeah, maybe Southeast Asia, Thailand, Indonesia, around that
it's
area so far is my
Christian, it's
favorite.
Greece. Christian, it's Greece.
Sorry, my friend. Sorry, I love Greece. Top three. Top three.
So this is yeah, you see that he was completely disappointing the
Completely
British guys.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you a quick question because I was sure that you will say, okay, immediately Greece, and then we will go to the second question. So I don't do a second question. I'm offended. Constantine, please go ahead.
So the thing is that in case the people don't know, and you shouldn't know, with Christian, we did our fellowship together in Memorial Sloan-Kettering, and we were living, one, we shared an office, and two, we're living in the same building. So we have spent at least 4 years of our lives together every day, all day. So there, my my question will be more basic. What was the last book you read and you loved?
Ah, and I
Mm.
laughed. You know, the last book I read is Atomic Habits. Have you read it? It's so
No,
good. So
no, I
good.
haven't.
Atomic Habits. It was like New York Times bestseller 2019, but I got
Mhm.
it like 2 or 3 months ago, and I finished it like last week. And the book has some nice stories before each chapter. So some of the stories were very fun.
Hmm.
Okay. Nice.
Interesting.
I strongly recommend that book if you haven't read it. Atomic Habits is so good. It talks about like exactly atomic, talk about little small changes in your daily habits that can have like atomic consequences, right? So it's a very
Hmm.
good book.
By the way, do you have
Interesting.
your ukulele with you?
No, no, because I'm not home. I'm not,
Ah,
this is my brother-in-law home.
oh, nice.
So if it was my home, I would bring the ukulele here and we'll play it for
For
you,
sure.
Constantino.
By the way, I almost got evicted from my apartment because Christian was playing the ukulele, and the people underneath went like to the manager to complain about our noise.
Really?
Emilios, but this was 4 a.m. Of course they were complaining.
No, and we were a bit tipsy, so Christian was tapping on his foot to make the drums. It was horrible.
It was fun, my
Okay.
friend. It wasn't that horrible.
No, it was wonderful.
And Sebastiano, do you want to select one of the questions from the audience for
Yeah.
Christian?
What is your favorite Chilean food?
Oh, okay. My favorite. I don't know if it's Chilean or not, but it's asado by far, like barbecue. That's my favorite food.
Ah, claro, claro.
And another one,
Yeah, so I
what's your
love being with friends in the barbecue, putting the meat there. You know, it's always with meat. Sorry, my friends. That's the only thing, maybe.
and what's your
Christian,
favorite song of all time?
My
Yeah.
favorite song of all time. Oh, that
Mama,
will be
mama.
hard to answer in 1 second because it will be between the Beatles or Dream Theater. So,
Fair enough.
so it's It's a hard one.
Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Fantastic,
wonderful.
fantastic.
Okay, so who is going to take the lead for where
Nisa,
to
Nisa,
cut?
Nisa, Nisa today.
Nisa, Nisa,
Hey, it's coming.
Nisa, show us.
I'm shocked. I think you were guessing about. I'm going to talk about first UV dermatoscopy, but I will start with this paper. Actually, I wasn't very familiar with this method previously, but when Christian is our guest, I reviewed his publications on the margins, and I realized that he made a criticism on this paper, but good on the something good, but something little bit criticism. So I love the method so much, and I find it quite useful. I'm not so sure about. Have you ever heard about this method previously? Spectrally encoded optical polarization imaging, in other words, OPI, for skin cancer margins. Actually, the clinical problem is most surgery needs accurate preoperative tumor margins, and visual inspection often underestimates tumor extent. And the key concept of this paper is we know that skin cancer causes dermal collagen disruption, and this collagen damage indirect marker of tumor presence. Why is collagen a good marker for skin cancer? The answer of this question is keratinocyte carcinomas secrete collagenase and gelatinases, which degrade dermal collagen, creating a detectable zone around the tumor. And OPI detects cancer-induced collagen disruption in the dermis using cross-polarized light rather than imaging tumor cells directly. And when coming to the technique, this technique uses cross-polarized imaging at 440 nanometer, which is collagen sensitive, and cross-polarized imaging at 640 nanometer, which is blood and pigment sensitive. And spectral encoding removes melanin and hemoglobin effects, and we just observe all the abnormalities in the collagen. So the output of this method is when we observe dark regions, this correlates with disrupted collagen and tumor extension. So this is a very fast, wide field, and easy to interpret images. Let's have a look at the images. And the first image with A shows that the surgeon delineates the markers with a pen. You see the margins, and with this method, we observe a pseudo-colored spectrally encoded image overlaid with surgeon's margin. As you can see, the magenta color extends beyond the borders. So, because the collagen is disrupted in this field, so we can estimate that the margins are not true with the surgeon's marker. And with the binary spectrally encoded image in C, overlaid with surgeon's marker, again, you see the black, and they are all disrupted collagen, and the margins are with pink dots. And this is the Mohs map of the excision. Red light indicates residual tumor at the lateral edge of the excision, and histopathologically, you can see the tumor all around the margins with dotted arrows. Another image, again, the surgeon's margins, and with the method, we can see that tumor extends again beyond the margins with the pseudo-colored spectrally encoded image. And with the binary spectrally encoded image, again, we can see that the tumor again extends the margin. And this is the Mohs surgery. And with the red line indicates a positive margin at the lateral edge, And this is the histopathology and tumor observed here at the lateral edge. Another image again, this is the surgeon's margin, and with the method, we can see that the margins extend at 7 p.m. And here with the black image, you can see that the margins are beyond the surgeon's marker, and a positive margin at lateral edge of excision. And here you can see the histopathologically tumor is here, and in the close-up with the F image, you can see the tumor here. So this is squamous cell carcinoma, and again, the method really works with this case as well. And the clinical value of this method was shown that the sensitivity was 100% and specificity was 98%, which is really great. And this really helps reduce number of most states in our daily practical approaches. So when we compare with OPI with confocal microscopy and OCT, OPI has lower resolution but offers faster imaging, larger field of view, lower cost, and easier interpretation, making it suitable for preoperative margin mapping. And Christian also admires this method, and he also discussed the other surgical margin methods in this paper. And he mentioned that the high sensitivity and specificity of OPI reported by the authors suggests that OPI might be useful as a screening tool to potentially limit unnecessary surgery. However, whether histologic complexities beyond simple margin screening can be evaluated by OPA remains to be determined. And now, when we come to the famous UV dermatoscopy, which is really very practical and easy to use, what we see is, especially in basal cell carcinoma, it's very useful. Because with UV dermatoscopy, we have dark silhouette, interrupted follicle pattern, loss of follicular fluorescence like blue-green, or pink-orange fluorescence is lost in basal cell carcinoma. And also we can see blue fluorescent fibers and well-demarcated borders under UV light. Now, let's have a look at the examples on this paper. You can see some examples of infiltrative basal cell carcinomas. And when we will look at the D image, we can see that there's we don't see this orange fluorescent in the tumor because tumor cells disrupted the bacterial colonization, follicular activities. So there's no follicular activities, just black silhouette and ulceration, and we can see the margins here. In the E example, it's really very similar with D because there's no follicular activity, a black structureless area, and ulceration, and blue fibers, which is fiber sign. And again, you can see the black part, ulceration. There's no follicular activity, no blue dots, no orange dots, no orange fluorescence. Again, you can see the other examples, just blackout areas, no follicular activity, and you can delineate the borders with the absence of these follicular activities. Again, some more examples. They are very similar with the previous images. And this is a case of mine. And you can see a nodular basal cell carcinoma, polarized and non-polarized image. And with UV dermatoscopy, there is no follicular activity, but around the normal skin, you can see there are a lot of Cutibacterium acnes activity. There is nothing on the tumor surface. Again, when there's the lesion is pink, it's really very useful in pink tumors. For example, can you see a tumor here? Let's concentrate on this part. And this is a dermatoscopy. We have pink structures and some serpentine vessels. And here's the close-up, these vessels. But with UV dermatoscopy, you can see the borders. Maybe you may ask to me, there's a follicular activity, there are a lot of follicular dots here, because this is superficial basal cell carcinoma. the follicular activity generally lost on infiltrative and nodular or micronodular basal cell carcinomas. So we can also understand that this tumor is just a superficial basal cell carcinoma. But you can see the blackout areas and some sort of vessels here, and also blue fiber sign on the tumor. And here is the borders of the tumor. Also, UV dermatoscopy helps us to see these MAGE globules, which is very characteristic for high-risk basal cell carcinomas, especially micronodular or infiltrative basal cell carcinomas. And we can also see the borders of the tumor as blackout areas. Since this is a high-risk tumor, there is no follicular activity on the tumor. And here are the borders. Again, in clinical examination, the basal cell carcinoma is hardly visible. This is dermatoscopy. We have a lot of MAGE globules here, so we can guess that this is a high-risk basal cell carcinoma, micronodular or infiltrative type. And when we use dermatoscopy, there is no follicular activity, which supports that this is also a high-risk basal cell carcinoma. You can see the blackout areas and again delineate the borders here. And we can also use UV dermatoscopy in lentigo maligna. And here you can see the blue one is UV dermatoscopy. This is sub-UV dermatoscopy. They are both useful with the surgical margins. Again, another lentigo maligna. You can see with sub-UV mode, it's very useful, and also UV mode. And now, again, the comparison of images with UV mode and sub-UV mode. The borders are really very clear. So that was my last slide, and that's it.
Wonderful.
Very good, very good,
Bellissimo.
very
Very
good.
good.
You convinced us.
Christian,
Interesting. Cristiano, show
I'm
up,
coming
show
back,
up.
but I don't know why I can't turn on the camera. Give me.
Yeah.
Can you see me? No.
I will
Can you
tell
see
you
me
why.
now? No, I'm not here.
But by the way,
Oh,
in the meanwhile, there is a very good question, which is, of course, not related to the topic Nisa discussed. By Verce, is it prudent to make the wider excision 6 months after the initial one for melanoma, Breslov 1.8 ulcerated? Well, the point is not too much the wide excision, which I would suggest anyhow, even if it's 6 months, after 6 months. But the question is the logic behind performing sentinel node biopsy in a case like this after 6 months. But this is another question concerning the wide excision. I would say, why not? Because we
yeah,
know that an eventual local relapse of the primary melanoma could eventually occur also after 1 or 2 years. So it's always a good option to perform wide excision after a few months
But
as well.
would you set a specific threshold after which it doesn't make sense anymore?
Well, 2 3 years, then it's a little bit too much.
Maybe this comes from the data on when local recurrence of melanoma occurs, and local
Yes,
recurrence of melanoma occurs
exactly.
97, 98% of recurrences occur within 2 years.
2 years, exactly. I just recently saw a lady with 1.2 millimeter thick melanoma, which was relapsing after 2 years and a half locally. By the way, it was not a recurrence of the primary, it was a satellite
Yeah, okay,
after
that's another story.
2.5 years. Yeah.
Of course, all this is not for lentigo maligna, it's for the
No. Yeah.
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 regular
Yeah.
melanoma.
No, but I think that we have in mind a threshold of 3 months. 3 months is the threshold for the sentinel lymph node biopsy, and most likely for the wide local excision. But wide local excision shouldn't be confined at 3 months. I mean, the chances, as JP and Emilio just said, is that the recurrence will occur within 2 years, within the first 2 years. So if you don't have a local recurrence, doing a wide local excision makes sense. But with all the healing that has occurred within 6 months, it's difficult that you will find the correct sentinel lymph node biopsy, the correct sentinel lymph node in order to biopsy. So yes, for sure, wide local excision. SLN, a bit more tricky.
So there is a relevant question, which, by the way, will allow us to ask Christian's opinion about the use of the UV light for delineation of the margin. So the question is, how much do you trust it, and which is precisely the criterion you use? The question is exactly how do you delineate the margin with the UV mode that Nisa showed in the cases? Is it based on the follicular orange color? I would say I think not, but maybe Christian can say more on this. So UV light, do you use it, Christian, for delineation? Do you trust?
Yes, I use
And
every. So I do surgery. I would say 50% of my work is Mohs surgery, and I use UV every single case now. I don't even start surgery anymore without delineating with UV mode. So I agree 100% with what Nisa showed. Nisa, your presentation was beautiful. So beautiful images. Thank you for that presentation. So yes, so I use it for BCC, mainly two scenarios. Whenever a patient comes to me, somebody turn on my camera. Maybe I'm back now. See?
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So so when a patient has a prior biopsy and you don't know where the site was, I use UV to try to locate the prior biopsy site, because anything that has a hypervascularization will be seen darker under UV. So that's how I try to localize the prior biopsy site whenever I don't see it. And then when I see it, as Nisa showed some cases where you had the tumor there, I use both features. I use darker areas, which are usually hypervascularized areas, and I use clues like presence of May globules, which so far I always see them as those shiny fluorescent structures Nisa showed on dermoscopy.
Christian, by the way,
And then,
the camera is again off. The camera is again off. So if you can turn it off.
Yes, I'm trying to. I don't know. This is not my computer. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
This is why I'm having issues.
just try to switch
Let
it
me
off.
do it again. Yes.
By the way, Christian, you remember that paper that we were doing with Ayelet? Nisa's presentation reminded me of that. The one that we were trying to define hair follicles on BCCs compared to angiofibromas and all those things.
Yes, I remember.
Did
Let
that
me
get
try to.
published?
I'm trying to. Give
I
me
don't
one
remember.
second. Huh?
But anyhow, what we're doing is we're trying to look on popular lesions on the nose and face, and what we identified was in essence that, of course, if
Okay,
you
now
can
Maybe
we see
better.
hear,
Christian, but we have an
Better
echo.
now?
No.
Yes,
yes,
but we
but
have an echo.
mute, yes,
Okay.
exactly,
Yes, that was perfect. Yes.
yes,
Not perfect.
Not
mute the other one.
Mute the other one.
And
Mute the other one.
the computer is crashed.
Yeah, you don't need the computer. Mute the other one. Mute the other one.
Close the computer.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, now you're muted.
Now it's working. Yes.
Now it's
Perfect.
working. Perfect. Now it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
sorry guys. So yeah, so going back what you were saying, so what I was saying is yes, I use it every day. I use the darker clues. I use the May globules, and of course, if there's like loss of the follicles, I also use that.
Any other tumor that you assess like this other than BCC?
Yes, and for lentigo maligna, even though again we are not so sure how it works, we were always using the Woods lamp examination before UV dermoscopy for margin delineation of lentigo maligna, because you know the melanin absorbs the UV light, so you will always see dark when there's melanin. So we've learned that vascularization, so hypervascularized tumors, scars, everything with vascularity will absorb the UV light, and you will get these darker areas. Well, melanin, melanin is made for absorbing UV light, right? So anything that has melanin will be completely dark under UV. So when you have lentigo maligna with enough pigmentation to get this darker signal, as Nisa showed, you get a much better delineation of the borders with UV dermoscopy and lentigo maligna. In my opinion, not so different from the classic good slump examination, which we've been using every day, but we still do first wood slump, and then we put the scope and we check if there is a darker area beyond our margin with UV dermoscopy, which because you have a 10x magnification, sometimes you get, I don't have a number in my mind to tell you how many times, but 1 out of 5 would be something in my mind that I have some change in my margin when using dermoscopy plus wood slump.
Okay. We have a couple of more questions, but before this, just to make it clearer, can I show you just one photograph and we discuss
course.
together the delineation of the margins? So now from your telephone, Christian, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So that's classic dermoscopy.
Yes.
I don't know if you agree with me, but if we have to use classic dermoscopy to delineate the margins, I would follow, let's say, the white color, the translucent. So I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can
I
see.
would say it's well defined, Emilius, right? It's a well defined tumor, I would say.
Well, it's not perfectly defined, but
No, yeah.
yeah.
But you can see, right?
Yeah, but you are
I
right.
think so.
You are right. The white color goes a little bit beyond the slight grayish pigmentation we see here. So it's
Yes.
better to follow this
Yeah.
margin than the other one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now that's the UV mode.
Ah, okay.
Smaller. Smaller.
Margins are much more clear, yeah.
So do you want to comment on this, Christian? What would you follow now here?
Yes. I would follow that hyper fluorescent shape outside the darker area. You know what I'm saying, right? Like this white line. Let me see if I can annotate.
You mean this white line here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
This white line here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you would trust it more than this.
The white.
Oof. I would say yes, but again, everything adds. I think you know what, Emilius, is what we always said, right? It's like we use every single clue we have. So if I have side illumination with my naked eye and I see a bumpy area around, maybe I will include it, and then I will check back. It's not like I'd say, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So following your arguments, so basically maybe you can start with conventional dermoscopy
Yes.
and you draw your margins and then you check with UV light to refine it, maybe.
For
right?
example, yes. For
Yeah.
example, yes.
By the way, I
We
would
need
say that
optical polarization image,
Yeah.
collagen disruption.
Clinically, this one is not really a well-demarcated tumor. I mean, if you had to decide clinically, it would be rather tough. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yes, agree.
Clinical only. It would be
Yes,
tough.
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it appears that with dermoscopy, it works. I mean, both with the classic mode and the UV rather confirms or reinforces. I mean, Okay, good. There are a few questions more. Nisa, was that the Casio Derma camera for the sub UV mode, or the DL5 and the DL5 for the UV mode? Sheen says that she tested a few devices, but they seem to be slightly different to the DL5. Generally, any comment about the UV modes that the several devices provide? Is it similar one to the other, or there are substantial differences?
Yeah, actually, Casio dermatoscope is especially good with the vessels. For example, when the lesion is without tumor and there are a lot of vessels, but which are not very visible, really it's very good to show all these subtle vessel morphology. So I like using with non-pigmented basal cell carcinoma with sub UV mode. but also good to show made globus, calcifications, again borders, also good. But I generally prefer UV dermatoscopy for basal cell carcinoma. But for lentargo maligna, it's also really very good because it absorbs all the pigmentation and it's all black. So you can see the borders and delineate the borders much more easily with sub UV mode. It's all black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
I
And
agree
I
100% with
also
what
use
Nisa's
it
saying.
with nail dermatoscopy. It's also good to differentiate the melanocytic activation and melanocytic proliferation because when it is melanocytic, it's all black, but when it is melanocytic activation, the color is gray with Casio sub UV mode.
Mohammed says, can we think of UVFD as using superficial architectural clues to suggest tumor growth patterns while OPI relies on dermal collagen disruption to anticipate deeper invasive behavior? I would say yes.
Yeah. I would say yes also because the UV light is 365 is very narrow. So in reality, the penetration is very, very shallow. You get mostly keratin clues and also this melanin in the dermoepidermal junction mainly clues. You get some from the vascular structures also, but I agree 100% that OPI is mainly 600 something. I remember Nisa, right? I'm forgetting like 600 or 400. So just a longer wavelength. So you get deeper
Two
information.
wavelengths.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's deeper
40.
information, right?
Yeah.
And I think also we see collagen when we see shiny white structures, right? In melanocytic lesions, the orthogonal shiny white lines, that's the collagen remodelation of the tumor and BCC blotches and strands. So it's very cool that there's so much information in the collagen, not also in the tumor, right?
Yeah.
Nice and relevant question by Verce. Can you differentiate in focus vessels of BCC from the scar vessels in recurrent? So you mean you have a BCC, you see in focus vessels, can you discriminate if they are tumor supporting vessels or scar vessels with
No,
any one of the
I
most?
don't think so. I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no.
Sorry, my
It's very
friend. Sorry, I
difficult.
don't think so.
Yeah.
And for me, my worst
Me
nightmare
neither.
is after radiotherapy, when you have to define a bloody recurrence after RT. And they send it to me for confocal or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
guys, I cannot
yeah.
tell. Honestly, I cannot tell. Unless it pops a bump, it's impossible.
Yes, yeah. But in those cases, Constantinos is usually a classic dermoscopic pattern also, right? So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's recurrence either way, right?
Yeah.
I
Again,
agree.
since I find this question very relevant, let me show you one photograph to show how difficult it is. So that's a BCC that recurred after surgery. By the way, the recurrence was confirmed with a punch, and then in order to design the surgery plan, in this case it was a Moss surgery plan. We look with dermoscopy, and you see these vessels. Could you
Mhm.
say if these are very in focus vessels? They are
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you say if they correspond to tumor or not?
No.
And let me tell you, these do correspond to tumor because they're,
May I interrupt you?
yes.
We biopsied from that area before the surgery, and there was nothing. So I agree with you. That's why we wanted to biopsy because they really look sharp in focus.
Yes,
But
but these are look. I mean, what you wanted to say, Costantino? Say it. Say it.
So what I want to say is that the problem with the recurrence is that there are fuzzy vessels all over, and there might be a little bit like two or three more in focus, and it's very hard to define if that's a recurrence or not. For me, this is a recurrence, 100%. Like I think that the biopsy was
the
wrong.
the the the,
no,
po- the,
it
the
was not.
point for me is that when you see this kind of very okay in focus but very multiple and in some way like a reticulation of vessels. I mean, these are not really the vessels I expect to find in a BCC. Therefore, I'm always in doubt, and therefore, yeah, before you have
Do
to
you
do a
have UV
punch.
dermatoscopy for this image?
No,
Do you
no,
have
no,
No.
UV? Maybe
unfortunately not.
we can see a shade of tumor around the vascularization. I'm not
No,
so
no,
sure about it, but
unfortunately not. But this is just an
Mm.
example from
Mhm.
the practice, very recent
Yes.
one, that highlights that it's really difficult to
Mm.
decide only based on dermoscopy to
Yeah,
judge
No.
but
vessel.
Recurrence is almost impossible unless it
And
becomes
on the
very
scar
apparent.
tissue, there is no
yeah,
follicular activity.
yeah, yeah.
No, but the
So
thing is that you have scarring, you have vessels. It's
Uh,
so difficult.
Yeah, of course,
I only
in the lower
Emilius,
part,
maybe how long was this? How much time after surgery?
I don't remember precisely. Like,
Because I think when they're like early scars, like the first year, it could look like exactly in focus vessels, high definition, arborizing. But I would say maybe if this is like a 3 or 4 years after surgery and I see arborizing vessels, I might think is more recurrence. That would
Yeah.
be something
Yeah.
that might also help you.
But
Time helps.
what is really a very important let's say game changer today is the fact that UV light could be finally used in a very promising way, which is margin detection, which
Yes.
is
yeah,
a
exactly.
super new information
Mhm.
for today. So that's exactly the message today. So let's start using it. Everybody, in order to study, to understand what is the limit, what is the improvement, and what is the, let's say, the limitations of the technique.
one more thing we have to say, because it's useful for the people, is that, okay, the vessels are difficult to assess if they are recurrent or not, but the pigmentation is very reliable. So in the lower
Yeah.
part, where we see this pigmentation, then we can be pretty sure that this corresponds to tumor to tumor nests. So we can
So
rely on the pigmentation, but not on the vessels.
Emilius,
I agree.
how do you schedule the surgery for this one? Did you include the vessels or not?
No, no, that was a Moss surgery, so it was
Oh, okay, so it was margin control. Okay.
margin
Yeah.
control. It was negative. I mean, the margins were negative.
you
So
do conventional moss or you do delayed moss?
both.
Both. Okay.
Okay.
Gabby, I just want to say what you were saying is so important. It's so simple to just add one more click into your dermatoscope. You don't need to
Yeah.
go and find another device in another
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
So now I think we should be using this every day. It's so simple. It's
Yeah.
one more second, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
Correct.
it
yeah.
is.
And that's how we're gonna learn more. We're gonna assess the clinical validity also outside of the studies in the clinical setting. Can't aggressive BCCs regrow within 6 to 12 months to the point that you can see them clinically? Yeah, of course, they
No.
can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. But what Christian was saying is that usually the vessels, this kind of fuzzy vasculature that you see within the first 6 months, is part of the healing process. So
Mm.
you usually do not expect to see a recurrence of BCC within 6 months. Can happen, yes, of course, but you'll see other clues as well. If it's only vasculature, you can wait. You don't need to operate. This is the whole point that you should keep.
Yeah, and I just want to add something that I always say to residents and everywhere. There's only one randomized trial from the Netherlands that compare Mohs and wild local excision. It was a 10-year follow-up study, and only 40% of the recurrences, these were high risk, were in the first 5 years, and 60% of the recurrences occur
Yes.
in 5 to 10 years after. So that's something also super tricky about BCC, that most of
Yeah.
the recurrences on high risk BCCs, even high risk, when you do a surgery with margins, you want to excise it, right? It's not that you left like a clear tumor, right? In those cases, 60% recur in the 5 next years, right? Which is crazy.
Correct, correct.
But
Crazy.
but at the
Crazy.
same time, there's very interesting studies showing that in essence, even though if you have positive margins on the excision, so you excise a basal cell carcinoma, you get positive tumors. in 70% of the cases, when you re-excise, unless it's a biopsy, we're talking about an excision, in 70% of the cases, you find no residual tumor.
Yes.
Because so it's such a fascinating thing.
Which is, by the way, what you are saying, Christian, is also very good stuff for very old patients. It means that when we have a 90 something year old patient, I mean, let's cut it out and let's wait for the eventual recurrence, you know.
The benefit of MOS comes in the long term. There should be a long-term life expectancy, because if there is no long-term life expectancy, then there is no benefit.
Yeah.
That's also something.
And I think Constantinos, the same has been shown from melanocytic lesions, right? That when you do like a good 2-3 millimeter excisional biopsy, then you always never find anything left, right? Like, which is now questioning: do we really need a wide
A
local
wide local
excision?
excision,
Right?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Pepe has to share something. Let's see.
Yes.
This course is a great opportunity to learn a lot about their
educators and making it interesting. The two
Maybe we like
professors
first to
combine
say goodbye
deep
to Christian.
expertise with humor, and that makes the course a little bit special.
Hello? Cristiano, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Enjoy your rest of the Sunday.
Thank you for inviting me, guys. It was so much fun. You know, this topic I love, so I will be staying for you forever here discussing about margins if you want.
Well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your summer.
Enjoy. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Bye, bye, bye.
Christian.
Bashi.
Good to
Nita,
see you
bye.
as
Beautiful
always.
presentation, Nita. Bye.
Ciao.
They're fantastic. Their interaction is great and they are inspiring. I'm a plastic surgeon, so dermoscopy is a new skill that I've had to learn, and they make it look easier than it is.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do not change. Stay the same.
Ah, va bene. Allora, I think it's time for Emilio, Penelope.
You think so?
What's Penelope is proposing us?
Can you guess?
Hey, and I have something very nice from Daria.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Start from Penelope.
Start from Penelope. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go for the smiling sweetness Nisa. The first one. Thigh. 24. Large, long-standing unilateral asymptomatic pigmented patch on the inner thigh. That's dermoscopy. Strange, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your diagnosis? Come on, Penelope.
Don't see anything.
Morphia?
It's very tough.
Lichen sclerosis.
Morphia.
No follicular activity. So
No,
if it is
no.
lichen sclerosis, I'm really surprised
Yeah.
with the diagnosis. It's very difficult for me.
Okay, so hyper pigmented, thickened, fleshy, folded, molluscoid ring appearance highlighted by
Come
dermoscopy.
on,
Come on,
Pascal.
Penelope.
This is so difficult.
Plexiform neurofibroma.
Yeah.
Can you ever imagine if somebody, by looking at this dermatoscopic image, could reply, "Okay, come on, this is a plexiform."
This is
Okay, let's hope that the one for Constantinos is going to be more feasible. 64, recent history of shoulder invasive melanoma, growing pink papular plaque on the left thumb for several months. Okay, that's
yeah.
more visible, let's say, somehow.
Nice.
Well, I would go for Bowen's disease, but
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
the only thing
Why not?
missing would be the scales.
Yeah, but it's very reasonable.
Very reasonable. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, very
Balance.
reasonable.
I would go for Bowen's.
Very
Clinically, I thought about tinea, but dermoscopically, it's
no,
about
dermoscopy, no.
yeah.
Okay, what's the diagnosis?
Balance.
Should we put a melanotic melanoma in the game as an
Ah,
option?
come on.
No,
No,
Doesn't
we
look
have,
like.
on
we
the
are
thumb.
we are optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on. No
Okay.
way.
it
No,
could
If
be
it's a
the
melanoma, it's a
no,
disaster.
don't say big words.
No, it's a disaster melanoma. It's a disaster melanoma.
No, it's not.
yes.
It's not a thing. Rich vascular pattern of dotted and small
Balance. This is
coil
balance.
vest.
Okay.
Numerous white shiny. By the way, in Bowen's, there is not much evidence on how often white shiny lines are. It appears that I know a study that John did. I participated in this a year ago. It appears that they might be present also in Bowen's, not very frequently, but they might
Yeah.
also be present
Especially
in Bowen's.
when it's on the dorsal hands. Probably
Yeah.
it's due to the trauma, friction.
Yeah. By the way, the diagnosis here is a little bit strange. It's a Bowenoid keratosis, which means
the same.
The
Because,
Bowen's
I mean,
disease. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
I
also
mean,
a balance.
it's a very,
Yeah.
I mean,
Early.
yeah. Mimics Bowen's, but it has no prognostic significance.
yeah.
Of course, here one could say that Bowen's anyhow, the prognosis is extremely good,
Yeah.
but that's another story. Nice. Then for Geppi, 36-year-old soft pink nodule, unknown duration on the
Beautiful dermal nevus. No,
area.
no.
Pincus.
Fingers.
Pincus.
Pincus is a nice idea. Yeah.
Pincus, you like the idea of pincus? Anything
Yeah.
else?
Lipoma or pincus?
Let's say something more exotic.
Poroma.
Neuroma.
More exotic.
Neuroma.
Yeah.
Neuroma.
You're very close.
Schwannoma.
Yeah. You're there. I would say you are almost there. Looped and linear irregular branched vascular pattern on the edge, white circles. Okay, until now everything would point towards a squamous cell carcinoma.
Yeah, but clinically it's not.
But clinically it's not.
No.
Yeah, fissures on a white yellow structureless background. Neurofibroma.
Ah,
Again,
interesting.
two neurofibromas today. Yeah.
Something good in all cases.
Something good. Okay, and then the next one is this. That's for me.
Merkel.
Yeah, Merkel.
Adenoma.
Yeah.
Merkel.
Past history of normal masking cancer and sarcoidosis, recently growing firm nodule involving the tragus. That's I have to say that
Pilomatricoma.
That's the one. When I saw the cases quickly, because I did very quickly, that was this one came immediately to me. I don't know why it's so feasible to recognize
because of the whitish,
white and blue.
White, exactly. Yeah.
Whitish, calcific areas.
Yeah, which is really I mean, a different kind of white as compared to the white that corresponds to keratin. Very good. At a glance diagnosis, I agree. We all agree it is at a glance diagnosis. It's a pyloma trichoma. White streaks again, as we said several times. White shiny streaks are present in several benign tumors, also not only in malignant ones.
By the way, guys, quick question based on this one, on the ears. For me, it's extremely difficult to differentiate between the chondroma that occurs due to trauma versus a squamous cell carcinoma well differentiated.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only the location. When it's
there's just one clue, I think.
Yeah, the location must be on the most convex part of the ear.
And also, and of course,
Jeffrey,
also,
what is that? I collect some cases. All the squamous cell clues are present, like white circles,
white
4-dot
circle.
clots. There's central keratin as
Central
well, but there's no blood spot on this central keratin. I think this is the major clue.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
No blood on the keratin,
More blood on curve.
and it's very painful.
Well, but SCC can be very painful as well, on the trachea especially.
Yeah.
When there is keratin in SCC, there are always blood spots on the surface. Always.
Okay, I haven't
Uh,
noticed it.
I agree that the most typical thing that increases the likelihood of chondrodermatitis is this central keratin slash crust. But of course, this cannot exclude the CC. But
Yeah.
it's true that many of them display beautiful white circles, for example.
Yes.
So it's really
Yeah.
mimicking squamous cell.
The only thing
Okay.
I do is I give clobetasol, and if it goes away, it's most likely chondrodermatitis.
Yeah, but it might even not go away with.
I know, I know.
Okay, and that's the last one for Seb B. 62, discovery of this small lesion with irregular pigmentation in the root of the right thigh for several months. That's
Oh,
dermoscopy.
BCC.
Nice. Yeah, could be.
No,
Alternatives.
Seborrheic
LPLK.
keratosis.
Alternatives.
SebK.
Like
pigmented
ambulance.
bowens.
Alternatives. Alternatives.
Bowen. Bowen.
Pigmented
Pigmented bowens.
bowens.
LPLK.
No, pigmented bowens. Really nice.
Pigmented bowens, yeah, gray-brown dots in radial lines,
Yeah.
we can accept it, yeah, okay. Combined with hypopigmented eccentric structureless areas, pigmented bowens. Thank you, Penelope, so much. Wonderful
Thank
case
you.
once again,
Grandi casi. Great cases. Great cases.
which
Okay.
brings us to Daria.
Daria, exactly, exactly. Let me show you a beautiful case. I mean, you know what is my favorite lesion? You know, Emilio. What is my favorite lesion? Look at this. Huh? What is the difference between these two nevi? Are they two nevi? Maybe, maybe not.
They are the same.
This is what just
It
one
grows.
lesion, one lesion.
It's a
Monitored
story.
for 2 years. You see,
Yeah.
this is a
Spits.
6-year-old boy or girl, and now after 2 years, look at the change, and you see how fascinating is
Wow,
the dynamic of Spitznivus.
wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive, impressive. Of course, I mean here it's a baby Spitznivus,
Newborn.
a newborn of 1.5 millimeters. And now after 4 months, it's growing quite fast. 7 months, growing very fast, even more than melanoma. It's growing more than melanoma,
Mhm.
actually.
And becoming really ugly as Spitz does
Becoming
something.
really ugly, yeah. But she was brave enough not to excise it. 12 months, and then 16 months, and then
Guys,
20 months. Yeah.
can I show you a very impressive?
Progressing.
Can I show you a very impressive case that I
Yeah,
just had?
sure. Yeah, sure.
So,
Thank you,
one,
Daria. Thank you,
thank you very
Daria.
much, Daria.
Beautiful, Daria. Thank you.
So, two things. One, I'm even more convinced after this case of Daria to excise Spitz-Nevi immediately. This would be a 5 millimeter punch. It would be done. The end. Next one. This is a patient that I saw 3 months ago. This is when I saw her, and this is 3 months after.
So is the same foot?
Same
This is same
foot,
foot.
same foot. I caught a Spitz at the very beginning. You see it?
Okay.
And this is within 3 months.
Yeah,
Done.
gone.
Regressing.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impressive how many of these lesions may occur, and then we
Yeah.
just see them as, very simple nevi.
Yeah. It's very interesting the change in cosmetic morphology of the foot.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. It is the same foot. It's a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah,
I saw her like this, and I was like, okay, let's see it in 3 months.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
look how blunt it is 3 months after.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, the dynamic is very variable, very variable.
Why,
This,
why did this case made you decide that you want to excise them? This case should make you decide the opposite.
Yes, indeed. But look at Darius. No, not
Yeah,
mine.
Darius
Darius.
is one of the, yeah, we have several. I remember there is a very famous case that Jeppy has since, let's say, 20 years probably, or 15. You know which one, huh? The one
yeah,
that
yeah,
starts with the
yeah,
most beautiful spits that you have ever seen, like really beautiful.
I know that one. Yes.
Everybody knows that one because we show it, I mean, all over the world for
yeah,
many years. But
yeah,
that's really also the most impressive evolution that I have never
yeah,
ever seen in a Spitznivus. It's unbelievable. And I remember clearly the first times that Jeppy showed these cases in conferences and meetings, and you know, people were shocked by the fact that he was brave enough to continue
to
to follow up.
continue.
Because I mean, you understand that after a point, the lesion was looking like 150%, not 1000%, like a melanoma.
An invasive one, not just a
Yeah,
simple.
yeah. And by the
Yeah,
way, that case I remember because I was there in the end of the story. In the end of the story, it was excised.
yeah,
Excised,
yeah,
yeah. And of course, it was just the spits.
yeah,
But since then, we have many. Since then, we have many,
yeah.
many, like the one that Daria showed. Okay,
Wonderful, wonderful. Ready for Kahoot?
I would say yes.
Andiamo.
I have a difficult Kahoot today, guys.
Ah, we like difficult
Aha,
Kahoots.
I don't know.
we
Maybe
like difficult Kahoots.
no, maybe I was in a bad mood. I don't know. I don't know. What
Why were you in a bad mood,
From
Emilio?
all of us at PhotoFinder, we want to say a
do you see
heartfelt
my
thank
screen?
you for trusting us to support your important work. This
Oh, do you?
We were looking at the
No,
at the
Sebi,
movie. Yeah,
Sebi.
Sebi, go ahead.
Ah, sorry.
from all of us at PhotoFinder, thank you for trusting us to support your important work.
Go.
This season reminds us of the importance of connecting.
And we're grateful to be connected with you.
Together we've achieved so much. Your trust and partnership made all the difference.
And just between us, 2026 is even going to be more exciting.
We'll keep innovating and adding a little fun along the way.
We'll keep edutaining you through the academy and beyond.
From all of us at PhotoFinder.
And Dermlight,
We wish you a holiday season filled with peace.
And with the kind of clarity that makes the difference.
maybe a little time away from the screens. Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you lots of success, health and happy patience.
And a new year full of discoveries.
Frohe Weihnachten.
Frohe Weihnachten.
But how many people are working in Photo Finder? Ah, very funny. Good. Emilio, go ahead.
Okay, do you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
But you have no sound.
Yes.
You do?
We have it.
Okay.
We have it.
Very good.
We have it.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Should we go slowly?
Vai. Go. Wonderful.
what happened to the sound? What happened?
No
to
sound anymore.
I also don't have sound. Okay, that's the first one. That's the clinical.
Okay.
That is dermoscopy.
Oh, I like it.
You like it, eh? So nice. I also like it a lot. And
Yeah.
the question is, what is this? The answers, the possible answers are solar lendigo, pigmented bowens, melanoma in situ, melanoma invasive.
Beautiful.
And the correct answer is melanoma in situ. Very good, very good. Excellent. I mean, I thought it would be more tough. Melanoma in situ. And the I love tinea.
I love tinea.
1,000 points. That means that they answered immediately.
The ultimate
Yeah.
answer.
In 1 second.
With
The
no
ultimate answer.
milliseconds left.
No milliseconds lost.
Yeah.
Dermoscopator and Dr. Sealar, which brings us to case number 2, which is a case, a lesion on the sole. That's the clinical. That is dermoscopy.
Okay.
And the options are the following: nevus, melanoma, warts, or oroma.
Promo.
Oroma was the last one.
Congenital.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Nevus, a dermal nevus, a dermal nevus.
Yes.
Congenital, right?
Wavy lines.
Wavy lines.
Wavy lines.
Yeah. Very nice. What happened here is that I love tinea is still in the first place, followed by MN and opt, which brings us to case number 3, which is this lesion on the scalp. That's the clinical. That is dermoscopy. And the question here, as you can probably imagine, is which is the Breslow thickness?
I say 0.6.
0.8.
And kind of
0.
surprisingly enough, the answer was
0.3.
Wow. Good.
Which is a good chance to remind that on the scalp, what happens on the scalp, JP?
It happens that
underestimates.
Underestimates, exactly. So on the scalp, it's a good idea to still look at the Clark level. Look at the Clark level, because it could be possible that the Breslow is very thin, but the Clark is, I don't know, 4, and then the prognosis will be worse.
Yeah. That might be part of the explanation why scalp melanoma is so much worse in terms of prognosis as compared to other locations.
And Emilio's, what is the other explanation?
The other explanation is the follicular invasion that gives the fake impression of gray and blue color while it's still intraepidermal.
And the vasculature for the worst prognosis.
Yeah. For the worst prognosis.
For the worst prognosis.
For the worst prognosis, we suppose that it's the vasculature which is
of course. It's a hypothesis.
Yeah. This case brought Steve on the first place, followed by Val and Opt, which brings us to case number 4. Case number 4 is this. Nice.
Very tinea.
Erythematous circular lesion. Yeah. That is dermoscopy.
Dermoscopy is different.
Yes.
And the options are Maiocchi purpura, necrobiosi sivoidica, granulum anulare, erythema anulare centrificum. Yes, 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 yes. The majority found the correct answer, which is necrobiosis lipoidica with the ridge vascular plexus. You see the linear vessels that are quite evident, and in addition to the orange yellowish color, which of course corresponds to the granulomas, while in a granuloma annulare we don't expect to find this vascular pattern, and often we don't also see orange color.
Yes.
And this brought up to the first place, followed by Tahdir and Esra, which is going to bring us to the last question. And as you can probably guess, the last case is going to be a panel, because today I didn't show any panel, and that would be strange. So that's the panel that I have prepared.
Leave it for a second.
Yes, but don't speak. Don't speak. Dun, dun,
Don't speak.
dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
And the question is, which one is not Kaposi? 1, 2, 3, 4, or they are all Kaposi. Wow! Wow!
Bravi!
Incredibile.
Incredibile.
Incredibile. I couldn't believe it.
I thought that everybody would complain after this question, saying that,
go back to the series.
Yeah.
So there are 3 of them, which
Yeah.
is number 2, number 4, and number 1. Okay, so number 3 is a little bit more than that. Yeah.
Yes. It's and the difference basically, of course, it's very tough because all of them show the rainbow. The difference is, okay, there is ulceration, but this cannot exclude Kaposi. It could be that the Kaposi could ulcerate. The main difference, in my view, are the vessels that we can see in the upper part of this lesion, which are a little bit strange. For a Kaposi. In Kaposi, either we don't see vessels at all, or if we see quite large vascular structures, while these ones are very small, dotted or coiled or short linear vessels, and this is not so good for Kaposi.
Is it a nodular melanoma?
That's a melanoma, yeah, that's a melanoma.
But just as a reminder that you can see rainbow pattern in all rapidly growing vascular tumors, like not vascular, with intense vasculature.
With prominent vascular component, yeah.
And fibrosis. So this is Kaposi, this is melanoma. You can see it in BCC as well, especially on the legs.
Yeah.
It's very common.
Dermatofibroma also.
DF.
Yeah.
So it's not, I think that at the beginning
pyogenic granuloma.
PG.
Yeah.
We thought it was pathognomonic for Kaposi. It's not.
Yeah.
It's very helpful if the clinical context helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
What happened?
Let's go to the podium.
MN.
MN.
Tahdir.
Tahdir.
And Opt.
Bravo,
Opt.
Opt was there from the beginning, I have to say.
But a lot of Tinia disappeared. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm also sad. sad. Okay. Opt. Where is Opt? Where is Opt?
Opt is here. It should be optical polarized imaging, but I wrote it by mistake.
It's you.
It's you.
It's Nisa.
Nisa,
come on, Nisa.
Come on.
At the beginning, you said that this is a difficult one, so I like difficult codes.
Nisa combines the two.
Okay. I was about to say that I unfortunately closed the tab, so I don't see the second. But Taha wrote that Taha is the winner because it was the second, and it's true. So Taha is the winner for tonight. Bravo, Taha. So show up. Show up.
Hello, Taha.
Hello.
Hello and
Oh,
Hi,
hello,
congratulations.
Taha.
hello.
You did a great win. Here he is.
Good to see you, Taha.
Hi, Taha.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey,
Where?
Cappadocia. It's me.
Where?
Cappadocia.
Cappadocia.
Taha.
Cappadocia.
You should
It's me.
invite us to
So,
Cappadocia
You should
because
invite
what is
us.
the best beach we have to go to in Cappadocia?
Beach. It's on the Nevşehir. It's
It's in the middle of Turkey. No
middle of
beach.
Turkey. No beach.
It's
That's
in the
Cappadocia.
middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. What is the best restaurant we have to go?
There is a lot of restaurant, and
Yeah.
there is also a Michelin guided restaurant. So in this year, we also we have to say that we have to invite you to visit the Cappadocia.
We will
Okay.
take a balloon ride there, Jeppy.
Yes, yes,
Balloon ride.
and
It's very
so many
beautiful.
wines.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay,
I
but
And
see.
good wines.
Yes.
you don't need to convince us. We are already convinced. You just need to invite us.
Thank you so
Taha
much.
is really very hardworking and he is really doing very good dermatoscopy, also zinc smears, and he
Thank you.
consulted very great cases to me.
You know
I
each
admire
other.
him a lot. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
So,
professors.
the
Thank you.
Kahoot,
Çok teşekkür ederim hocam.
the Kahoot today was a triumph of Turkey because you got the first two
first two
places of the
places.
podium. Who knows? Maybe also the third. Okay, very good. So,
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
guys, we thank you all so much. That's we concluded the three first episodes of season 5. We come back when?
We come back after the holidays, and actually it will be Sunday 11th
Sunday
of
11.
January.
Excellent.
We know that you're gonna miss us. We're gonna miss you even more.
Yeah. Try to survive. Try to survive and see you on January
Let's
11th.
say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to
Merry
all.
Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy Easter, by the way.
All the best to everyone. Thank you for being with us.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Enjoy the days. Enjoy the days.
Bye.